Good afternoon, everyone. Let us start. Today we shall learn a new lesson, that is chapter 4, use of computer in data processing and mapping. Now let me present my screen. So this is the new chapter, use of computer in data processing and mapping. So as a student of geography, we also can use computer in processing of data, in making different types of diagrams, and as well as in drawing different types of thematic maps. Okay, now let us see what a computer can do. See here, computer can be used for a wide range of applications. Okay, computers can be used in different fields that we have understood. Okay, but you must know that computer carries out the instruction it receives from the users. That means computers cannot perform any function on its own, just like human being. Computer can carry out the instruction it receives from the human beings that you have learned. So what can a computer can do? Let us read. Before that, you may be reminded, what is a computer? A computer is an electronic device, and it consists of various subsystems like memory, then microprocessor, computer consists of various subsystems like memory, then microprocessor, input system, output system, and all these systems work together to make it an integrated system. So all these subsystems will work together to make it an integrated system, and it is an extremely powerful device, and which is apt to have an important effect on the system of data processing. So computer can process a very big data set within a few seconds or few minutes, as well as we can prepare maps, different types of thematic maps within a few minutes, and we can also analyze a large data within few seconds. And a computer is a fast, versatile machine that can perform simple arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and can also solve complex mathematical formula. And it also performs simple logical operations, distinguishing zero from non-zero and plus from minus, and discharge the result. So it can perform different logical operations, different mathematical operations. And in short, computer is a data processor that can perform substantial computation, including numerous arithmetic logical operation without intervention by a human operator during the run. So during the data processing, during the mapping, human beings do not interfere. Only the human beings, the users, give instruction, and the computer performs the instructions. And you have already known that computer consists of a memory. Actually, generally we have two types of memory. You may be knowing internal as well as and external. And the internal memory refers to random access memory, RAM, and it is used for temporary storage of data and information. And another one is there known as external memory, that is for example hard disks. Okay, and it is used for storing permanently. It is used for storing data permanently. And mapping processing is done by the processor. We have different types of processor. And input system, for example keyboard, mouse. Okay, output system, we have printer. So this is about computer. Okay, and you may be knowing also, you might have learned in your computer classes, and the computers can perform different operations. And actually computers have many advantages. Okay, it has many advantages, and the following advantages of a computer make it distinct from the manual methods. So the following points give the advantages of a computer, and as well as it also gives the distinction between the computer and the manual methods. That means processing of data by hands, by the human being. So number one, we have this substantially increases the speed of computation and data processing. Comparing with the human beings, computers can process data at a very high speed, as given here. And you may be knowing also, computer substantially increases the speed of computation. It can process data at a very fast speed. And another point is that it can handle huge volume of data, which is normally not possible manually. So computer can handle huge volume of data, large volume of data, which is normally not possible manually, not possible by the human beings. And computer facilitates copy, edit, save and retrieve the data at will. Whenever we want, we can copy it, we can edit it, we can modify it, we can save it, and we can access it at any time, at any place. And it further enables validation, checking, correction of data very easily. Comparing with the manual work, see, computer enables validation, checking, correction data very easily. Correction also can be done very easily. And number 5, we have aggregation and analysis of data becomes extremely simple. Combination, then this analysis of data becomes extremely simple. Computer makes it very easy to perform comparative analysis, whether by drawing maps or graphs. So we can prepare a graph, maybe a line graph or pie chart or bar diagram. We can make it within a few minutes. Sometime within a minute also we can draw these charts. And likewise, we also can prepare thematic maps using a software known as geographic information system. And the type of graph or map, that is bar, pie, or types of set, heading, indexing, other format can be changed very easily. So when we draw graphs, maps manually, then if something wrong or this process is there, if some mistake has been there, then we cannot modify it very easily. But in a computer, when we draw the graphs or draw maps using computer, we can edit it, we can modify it very easily, we can erase it, and we can again mark it. But when we have drawn it on a map, then we cannot erase it very easily. Okay, so that is the main difference between manual method and the computer methods, as well as it tells the advantage of a computer over the manual methods. Any question from your side? Are you clear? I think this part is not difficult. You might have learned earlier. So let me proceed. And here we have two important requirements, that is hardware configuration and software requirements for making maps, then charts. Okay, and you may be knowing also generally we have two components of a computer, that is hardware components and software components. So what is a hardware, or what are hardware components? Let us read. You see here, computer as an aid to data processing and mapping comprises hardware and software. So computer as an aid, as a device to data processing and mapping consists of hardware and software. And the hardware configuration comprises storage, display, input and output systems. And whereas softwares are the programs that are made of electronic codes. Okay, so you have learned that softwares are the programs, or software is, what are programs? A program is a set of instructions to be followed by the hardware system of the computer. Okay, in other words, software are programs that are made of electronic codes. Okay, and programs are the set of instructions to be followed by the hardware system of the computer. And the computer added data and added data processing and mapping hence requires both hardware components and the related application software. So for mapping and for making charts, we require both hardware components as well as the related application software. Okay, so what are the hardware components? The hardware components of a computer include central processing unit and the storage system, CPU. Okay, the computer. Then a display subsystem, that is the monitor, input devices and output devices. Okay, so let us read in detail. The first important component is the central processing unit and a storage system. Okay, also known as CPU. And it facilitates the execution of program instructions for processing of data and controlling peripheral equipment. So this central processing unit, okay, facilitates execution of program instruction for the processing of data, for the mapping process, and it also controls, that is the CPU also controls the peripheral equipments. Okay, and all the data together with the operating system and application programs occupy space in disk storage unit, and which function as working memory. So all the instructions, okay, are stored in the storage system. See here the instruction, different types of instructions are there, different types of operating systems and different types of application programs, softwares are there. All these are stored in the storage system. Okay, and from that storage system the CPU is accessing, okay, those instructions and performing the same. And the total storage capacity depends upon the types of activity for which the computer is to be used. Storage capacity of the computer, okay, depends on the type of the activity to be performed by us. Okay, and the hardware storage capacity of data processing and mapping should be in the range of 1 GB to 4 GB. This is the minimum requirement. Okay, the minimum requirement for data processing and mapping should be 1 GB to 4 GB. But nowadays we have, okay, very big storage capacity. Most of the present computers, okay, personal computers, desktop PCs and laptops have more than, okay, say 512 GB, even reaching up to 1 TB or 2 TB. Okay, we may not worry about it. And this random access memory, that is RAM, the minimum requirement should be 32 MB. This is very small one. This is the minimum requirement. But nowadays we have PCs, minimum we have 2 GB RAM. Then we have 4 GB RAM also. We have this 8 GB, we have 12 GB, we have 16 GB, and so on. Okay, and besides the disk storage, the secondary storage such as floppy disks. Okay, actually nowadays we don't use floppy disks. Okay, it has very little a small capacity to handle the data, to store the data. Well, nowadays we don't use it. It uses magnetic disks. Okay, then CD compact discs. Nowadays we are using DVDs. Okay, then pen drives, then magnetic tabs. So all these are examples of secondary storage, which are used to store permanently large quantities of data that is not actively being processed. Okay, when we want to store the processed data permanently, we may use it. Okay, we may use say sometimes DVDs, CDs, pen drive, then external hard disks, magnetic tabs, okay, to store the data and information, then maps permanently. Next we have this operating system. So this is a basic program which administers the internal data processing in a computer. Okay, actually here operating systems like MS-DOS, okay, Microsoft Disk Operating System, then Windows, the most popular one operating system. Okay, one of the most popular operating systems in the world. And we have another operating system, Unix, and we have another one, Linux. Okay, all these are important these operating systems used by different people. And but generally Windows, okay, Windows the most preferred one, because it is easy to use it. Okay, it is user friendly. And alternately we have this Macintosh also there, Mac. Okay, Mac operating system. This is an alternative to the Windows operating system. And you may be knowing we have different versions, different editions of Windows. Okay, like Windows XP, then Windows 2000 Server, then Windows 8.1, then Windows 10, like that, and so on. Okay, different types, different versions, editions of Windows also there. And next we have another this hardware component of a computer, that is graphic display system or monitor. Actually, this is the user interface. Okay, whenever you input a data and process a data, you can see it through this device. And a graphic display system or monitor serves the user's prime visual communication medium. As mentioned earlier, monitor is the user's prime visual communication medium in all computers. It is only through the monitors that we can see whatever we are putting in the computer, whatever we are processing. And if we want to print it also, so after seeing through the monitors, we are performing the tasks. And a high resolution display system with a greater range of possible display of colors and a lookup tables for rapid alteration of these color patterns is generally preferred in graphic and mapping applications. So for the data processing, then graph making, and these mapping processes, we need a high resolution. Okay, we need high resolution monitors. And nowadays we have 4K monitors also there, in addition to the full high definition monitors. And input devices, next we have. So what are important input devices and what are their activities, functions, the instructions, and the statistical data are entered into the computer using keyboard functions that you are doing. Okay, instruction and statistical data are entered into the computer using keyboard function, and the keyboard is an input device that you have known, and it resembles a typewriter, and it has various keys for different purposes, and each key has a different function. And while working on a personal computer PC, you will notice that it a flashing point on the screen, and that flashing point is known as cursor. Okay, just you are seeing, just see here, this is known as cursor. Okay, this is flashing, a vertical black line is flashing, and that is known as cursor. And when you press a key on the keyboard, then a character is displayed at the point where the cursor is flashing, and the cursor moves the position forward. And beside the keyboard, we have scanners and digitizers of different sizes and capabilities, okay, which are used for spatial data entry. If you want to enter spatial data, okay, data related with the area, with the space, then we need scanners and digitizers. So say for example, if you want to input, okay, one base map, for example, if you want to put a base map of Churchandpur district into the computer, that we need, for that we need scanner or digitizer. I think scanner, you are familiar with this. So here this is a photograph showing scanner, a very small one, A4 size one. Okay, we have big size scanners also there, and using this we can input, okay, spatial data, database maps. Okay, base map can be put into the computer. And here we have some photographs of digitizers. So this is a photograph showing digitizer. Okay, so using paint you can put, okay, you can input the spatial data, the boundaries. Okay, see here, even the human beings, okay, photographs or the pictures of human beings also can be input into the computers using these digitizers. And we have one more, okay, one more powerful one is also here. So this is another photograph showing digitizer. So this is an example of input device, and using this device we can input a base map into the computer. Okay, Then we have output devices. The output devices include a variety of printers that you are very much familiar. Okay, whenever you say print, you want to print any picture, then we use printer, and the printer is an example of output device. And we have different types of printer like inkjet printers, then laser printers, okay, color laser printers, and we have also plotters, a large size printer, okay, that is specially used for drawing, for printing the large size maps also. Okay, these that are available in different sizes ranging from A3 to A0 size. Okay, you know, A3 actually, see, the paper which you are using for making project is known as A4, you may be knowing, and A4 plus A4 is A3. Okay, then smaller to this we have these B4, okay, then legal, then A4, like that. It goes like this. So we have different sizes of paper, and we can print it on the different printers. So plotter, actually, see here we have this is a photograph showing a plotter. So this is an output device. Okay, and we have one more. See here, this is also another photograph showing plotter. Here large size maps are printed. Okay, this is an example of plotter. Are you clear? Do you have questions?
No, sir.
Okay, if you don't have, then let us stop here for today. Thank you very much for joining my class.